look, it's Roger Turbo, RogerCordia here again. Thought I'd just explain a little bit more about my Cordia and my elaborate intercooler setup, and just explain and justify a little bit about the statements I've been making. Now, as you know, my 1.8 litre Cordia has it's got some pretty serious upgrades. Like I've got a blow off valve, done the exhaust, and boost gauge. Got a boost gauge. Now through now the main one I want to talk about is the intercooler. Now the intercooler I've done, and I've actually designed quite an elaborate intercooler design, and through this design I've managed to create air that's cooler than air. What I've done is I've made like, it doesn't matter how cool the air is, I can make it cooler, and cool air through a turbo. The cooler the faster you go. It's obvious. So what I've done is I'm not going to tell you how I've done it. I'm not going to show you how. Actually, you can buy pictures of how I've done it for a few $100,000. But I've made air cooler than air. Now, in doing this, I can match anything. I've managed to get GTRs, R34 through R32s, basically anything. I mean, I don't know a lot of cars, but the really fast ones that you see on videos, I can beat all of those. Whether it's in a straight line or not. There's a photo on my website of me behind a WRX, and you all know WRXs are fast. I beat that WRX mainly because of my cooling system. Now, if and a lot of people who have beat me, a lot of people have beat me at the drag races, and they claim to have faster times down the quarter mile. But that's really only through extensive turbo upgrades, internal engine upgrades, suspension upgrades. But what they fail to realise is that my car, it has a lot of I lose a lot of traction, and I get a lot of torque steer. I get a lot of torque steer. Now, look, if these people realise that if I knew what I was doing, if I actually knew how to drive my car, and keep things like traction through first gear and even second gear sometimes, then they'd know that I'd be able to make like a 15-second pass at least. Now, these people, they it's like talking to a brick wall. They don't understand. They just assume that because their car is getting a better time, that it's faster than mine. And people talk about numbers. They'll pull out numbers, kilowatts. They'll talk about kilowatts, and they'll talk about horsepowers a lot. And they can have big numbers of those sort of numbers, but it's not all about numbers. I mean, I can have a number quite low. I can pull a number like 7, and I mean, like I say, 7 kilowatts. Depending on the cooling system, that can still be a faster engine, because it's all about how cold the air is. So if you've got a light car, I mean, it can be 7 billion, that's not much. I mean, 70 billion or 11 billion. Thanks, Rob. 11 billion kilowatts. And if it weighs, 10 ton, then what's that going to beat? I mean, I may only have like 7 kilowatts, but my car only weighs like, I don't really know, but it's light, so it's all, it can beat. It's not about numbers. It's just not about numbers. Now, if you look at my website, you'll see me absolutely decimating some cars. I mean, things like WRXs, things like GTRs, absolutely killing them. I mean, and it's because of my cooling setup. So for all those people that try and criticise me, I just hope this has been a bit of just justification as to the claims I've been making. And I mean, it's just silly. It's just silly. I think that you should get a Cordia.